Good, happy Monday morning to you all. I am just about to make my breakfast, but I want to show you what I'm taking to work. Turn the camera around. What I'm taking to work today to stave off those cooties. On Friday, management, HR, sent a lady home because she was masked up. She was coughing. She had I don't know, let's call it a breathalyzer. It may not be the correct verbiage, but it was steaming on the other end. It was a little handheld device, and she was just literally hacking up a lung. It was so bad. Now, I'll tell you, her being a smoker, no doubt, I'm sure that didn't help, because we all know when you smoke, you do this. You get the cooties near your lips. You touch your hands, you touch your face, you touch your eyes, bam, you get it. I cannot afford to get it. I cannot afford to bring it home. So I am using any means whatsoever to not get these cooties. Let me turn the camera around and show you what I made. Okay. Good old homemade chicken bone broth. I had that cooking for about 5 hours. You see, it's still smoking for about 5 hours on Saturday, and then I put it up, got it to room temperature, and put it up in the refrigerator. This will be my breakfast, which is egg life wraps, 2 egg life wraps, and I have a chicken breast divvied between this and the broth that I'm taking to work. A little chicken breast, just whatever was from my freezer. Now, the egg life wraps swell up and they get all puffy and delicious. Now, I can't eat this right now because it's super hot. But I'm taking this in the thermos. It's about 3/4 full, bringing along some wisps to act as, for lack of a better word, a noodle, because that's all the egg life wraps that I had. And I'll be taking along protein salad, and I have a couple olives that were left over in the jar. And this is the silver that I take. Now, this is just what I do. This is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. I don't tell people what to do. This is what I do. And this is the brand that I take. Made in Sarasota, Florida. Made in the USA. And after I'm done holding it in my tongue, I swish it around my entire mouth. Then I gargle with it. And then I slam it. So, this is partially what I'm having for lunch today. And this is my breakfast. A steaming, humongous, 25-ounce glass cup mug of bone broth. Bon appetit. Oh, baby, I am enjoying today. It's supposed to be in the low to mid 80s, so considering that we've had a cold bout, I am loving it. But I still believe that October we're going to get that one more surge, another Indian summer. That's what I believe. So I'm going to hold fast to that. Alrighty, the drive into work today. What are we going to talk about? Now, usually I say that our rants are the lives, and that's between 10 and 11. But I got into a baby rant, just a little bitty one, because it's a big word, and the subject that I want to talk about is small in comparison to the word. So here goes. The word is disappointment. And what does that word disappointment mean to you? Is it a personal disappointment? Are you disappointed in something that you did? Is it a disappointment that you're disappointed in decisions? Are you disappointed with your children, your spouse, your parents? And how do you react towards said disappointment? So for me today, I am personally disappointed in my choice of protein. Yes, I know I had said, and I showed you what my breakfast was, which in essence was soup. The chicken breast, that's protein to an extent. I mean, I have a chicken breast between the breakfast and the dinner that I'm going to have today, but more along the lines that it's to stave off any of the cooties, because bone broth is good for all the vitamins and all the good stuff to happen. But I made myself, I should turn this around. I made myself a protein drink, and it's strawberry, hence the pink. You can see that. Strawberry Equip. Very disappointed in the taste. And maybe I was expecting, maybe I was expecting that taste of the middle of the square ice cream when we used to get when we were kids, the strawberry in the middle. That, in my husband's opinion, nobody ate at his house. My husband likes vanilla. Mark used to like the chocolate. And of course, I love the strawberry because it had nothing to do with pink. That was the last one left. But in growing up, that was the one that was readily available. I mean, between my mother and I, we both liked the strawberry, but this Equip strawberry is very disappointing. I made it, I packed the scoop so that it had double the weight, gram weight of protein. So you probably would think along the lines of, if you're doubling it to get more protein, it should have more flavor. No, it's very disappointing. So to those of you that have had the Equip strawberry protein shake, my apologies to you, but for me, I'm just going to have to double it up and chug this down to get the protein. And more than likely, I'll probably have it as I'm having it today, between my breakfast and before I get to work, on my drive into work, just to fill up. Very disappointing. It's not like the chocolate, and I'm not a big, really chocolate girl anymore, and I'm not a sweets person anymore. I'm just not. And maybe that's a part of my disenchantment that I have with me being disappointed, is I don't have the tastes, have the want for sweets. This isn't sweet, which is fine for me, but it just doesn't have a strawberry flavor. So that's my disappointment. Another disappointment is kind of a personal, as it related to my profession. I am very disappointed in the Fed not reducing interest rates. Still, it's as though we're being held captive. So many people are looking to refinance right now, and I don't know what the holdup is. I really don't. I think it's the old right, left, and center. That's what it is. And I'm thinking more along what the people want. As as a realtor, I had to decide what the client wanted. I did not want anybody to buy a colored house, meaning yellow, green, blue. Though if you all have those colors, I'm sorry. Generally speaking, those colors of houses do not have the saleability as, say, I don't know, a brown brick house, a white house, a beige house, something along the lines of neutral. Now, I have a green roof on my house, but remember, I live in the middle of the forest. Oh, squirrel moment for just a second. Did you notice I changed my name? Yep, I got rid of the words Carnivore Jerry. You all know I'm carnivore. I'm going to continue to eat it. This, not to be dogmatic, because there's dogmatic people out there right now that are jumping on and saying things because they're being polite. That's not carnivore, Jerry. I know, folks. But back to the people. If you're going to have a house that requires painting, and you have a colored house, surely you can paint it and change the colors. I never understood people when the sales reps, I don't care if it's a flooring rep, carpet rep, roof in my case, decision had to be made where they bring the swatches of colors. We chose a green roof because we have a brown cedar house and it's stained brown in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the forest. It looks quite charming. So from a real estate, realtor, sales aspect, saleability, yeah, it's going to fly. It really will. There's always a couple of people that want the black roof, which I really never understand, because black roofs and all that heat in your house, whoo doggy. Not to mention the fact that black just retains so much heat and it's hot. Like they're trying to paint the border fence, for example. Yeah, that's hot. The green entry door that we have on the, I'm really bad with directions, west side of our building, it's a green metal door, complements the green roof. That is hot as the dickens, but that's also facing the sun the majority of the time, as is the deck. So, please reduce the interest rates. The average, they say, whoever they are, the average in America salary of people to buy a home in today's day and age is $125,000, which to me would equate Jack and me both working. 60 and 60 is 120. I'm bad with math. Did I ever tell you that I've excelled in real estate thanks to a real estate calculator? Yeah, it's a thing. And the high interest rates for people are tying their hands. They're deciding, do we eat this and that? A lot of people are resorting to eating the budget things, the white things, the things I don't eat. The white rice, the white potatoes, the white bread, the white flour, stretching, buying mac and cheese, all the things that I used to do. But for me, on the other hand, as for me in my house, if you know, you know, right, Maria? I get more bang out of the buck buying the Butcher Box grass-fed ground beef. It feeds me, it feeds Jack if I make him a burger or tacos. of the taco seasoning, spices, of course. And it's relatively cheap. We are a burning community by our house, so we don't pay for garbage, we burn garbage. I don't have a lot of garbage because I don't buy a lot of junk. Jack buys the most things that are burnable. The burnable things that come in our house, what are they? Bills and invoices with our names on it. Those type of things. That's burnable. Jack buys the donut boxes. That's burnable. The Culver's custard containers. Those are burnable. On Saturday, he had a Dairy Queen moment, and that was burnable. So there's more volume of garbage in garbage foods. My apologies for people that are eating that way, that don't understand or a ketogenic, or shall we say, just bottom line, a proper human diet. But think of all the money I'm saving not buying all those vegetables. Don't get me wrong, if I'm ever in a situation to decide, do I starve or do I eat this rice or these grains or these beans that are placed before me, if the time ever comes? I can fast for 40 days, but could I fast for 60 days? 90 days? When you're faced with starvation or eating garbage, you gotta eat. You have to eat to sustain your life. Hey, I have a lot of friends that are on the ketogenic way of eating a lot, and I like watching their channels, and I like seeing their recipes and all their creations. I really love it. However, I'm viewing their channels as a means of entertainment for me, to relax, to unwind. That's second disappointment. The third disappointment, I feel, just my opinion, again, if you feel differently, listen to me, hear me out. Whatever happened to stick shifts and manual transmission cars? Now, I know a lot of people right now can barely walk and chew gum, let alone operate a clutch. Imagine people in San Francisco today trying to navigate a clutch. LA, the hilly areas, the mountains, the Carolinas. Yeah, there's sports cars that are clutch, but those used to really save gas. I don't feel as though in our house we will buy an electric vehicle. Electric prices have soared. Very disappointed in the fact that our natural resources aren't being accounted for. Gas prices, whatever kind of shenanigans is being played, I don't know. I'll drive from Bloomer and see the gas at $2.99. I get to Chautauqua, it's $2.84. I go to Eau Claire and put into my tank gas at $2.14. Help me make sense of it all. Not to imagine that it will cost you money to hire an electrician to make a separate outlet to plug in your vehicle. I mean, we own our own house, but what about the people that rent? What about people that are in public housing, for example, or senior citizens that still have cars? If they're forced into an electric vehicle, is the federal government in these subsidized housing apartments for seniors going to put plugs in every one of the stalls? I don't think So, yes, I know a lot of senior citizens don't drive. I get it. But the allure and the thinking of buying an electric vehicle, I think, has waned. A lot of people are not talking about it. I'm not in the industry of car sales, so I don't know enough about it. But if a car dealer, for example, professional salesperson, more than likely they get to borrow a car from the dealership to take to and fro, and of course they can plug in when they're at work and use the company's electric. See, right now I'm at the Quick Trip. It's $2.99. That's a little high, in my opinion, for up in the rural area that I live in. So I'm disappointed in that. It's not going to ruin my day. All these little disappointments that I just articulated isn't going to ruin my day. It's just things that I think of as maybe I'm throwing in a load of laundry, or as I'm driving, or as I'm hearing conversations at work about people talking about whatever subject. I was very disappointed in the fact that my employer did not put the flag at half staff because she disagreed with the person that it was going half staff for, from what the president wanted. I'll tell you what, personally speaking, my flag was at half staff. I'm not a government entity. I'm not an employer. We're just a household in the middle of the forest. And out of respect, when the time comes that President Biden passes away, out of respect for the man, our flag will go at half staff. That's just what you do. So, disappointment, that's really a big, broad subject. It truly is. Put down below some of the things that may disappoint you, be it big or small. Let me know. Am I all wet? Do I have some valid points? Do you think the same way in some subjects as me? It's all good. I respect your opinion. Let me know. That's it. I am going to try and get this video up. Right now it's 12:20. I'm going to try and get it up and have it live. So if you're hearing this, I hope to see you tonight during my live at 10 p.m. But until then, have a glorious rest of your day. And we'll talk soon. For sure tomorrow, for sure tonight at 10. Toodles, everyone.